Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back for some Loud Thumbs news with Nick, and I am Nick, and it is Xbox Direct time. We are going to bring it to you. I am going to bring it to you right now. My reactions, my thoughts. Got 5 games to talk about here. There's some ups and downs throughout this one, but I'm excited. I want to talk about this. I want to get it out in the universe, and then we're going to talk more about this on Saturday. So I'm going to promote that one more time. Saturday, January 20th. Tune in here live, and we are going to be breaking it down. Like both Josh and myself, the podcast coming back on Saturday, and we're gonna go a little bit more in depth. You can get two sides of the coin there, what we think about it, and I'm excited to hear what he thinks about it as well. So we're going to get into it right now. We're going to start off with the Ara History Untold. This is it's from the team from Civilization. Okay, so they brought us Civilization, Firaxis team. Let me back up a little bit. They pulled away 2013 roughly. They decided to make a new studio called Oxide Games, and their founder and many members of their team came from Firaxis, which have brought you games like Midnight Sun, Civilization, and that Midnight Sun is Marvel's Midnight Suns, by the way. So that's pretty current. Also, the Sid Meier's games. So pretty deep in the RTS. Marvel's Midnight Sun might be the most off of that. And you see here on screen, this is definitely an RTS. What they are letting us do here is they are letting us become God, like they've done in a lot of these games. You can change history and basically build the Earth and the history of the Earth in a whole different way, as many times over as you would like. So this is just not a game for me personally. I'm not a big RTS fan, but I do have to say, out of a lot of the RTS games I have seen, this one is very pretty. Probably one of the best looking, if not the best looking RTS that I personally have seen. There may be others that are, way prettier, but I was impressed with the visuals. I mean, they look really great. Looks like they're spanning all the history, so who knows how enormous this game is going to be. But this was announced back in 2022 to be for PC. So they took the opportunity here on the developers conference or direct with Xbox to announce that yes, it is coming to PC. I don't believe they talked about console, so if I missed that, I apologize. But this was coming to PC, will be coming to PC in autumn. So look forward to that here shortly. Autumn, I mean, fall, autumn, right? It's in that time frame, so we'll be seeing like late summer, early fall sort of thing, probably, right? But yeah, again, not a game for me personally. So it didn't do a whole lot for me as far as the direct goes. And we might as well stick on that and just move on to the next game as well on that same theme. Another game that just doesn't speak to me. Visions of Mana. This will see players take on a role of Val. They're a curious and carefree young man. Who accompanies his friend on a fateful journey to the Tree of Mana, with the game playing out across a semi-open field with real-time, with a real-time based party-based combat. Okay, so that helps. Okay, again, guys. Sorry, I had something in my mouth there. But again, the thing about it is I'm not a huge fan of this style of game. The look is part of it too. Like I don't know, it's just different. Which is great. It's for the people out there. I think this direct had something for everybody, to be honest, and you'll see that as we go through the list, or as I go through the list. I'm on my Wii kick again tonight, but I really got to say that it was one of the surprises of the show. A lot of people didn't see this coming. This was one of the things they didn't talk about prior. So Square came out and essentially just showed that, Visions of Mana is going to launch on the Xbox Series X and PC this summer. It says it's unclear if the previous confirmed PlayStation release will arrive at the same time. So this isn't exclusive or anything like that. If it's on a Game Pass or hits Game Pass, I would probably try it, because it does state that it's party-based combat and it's real-time combat. So that to me means it's not turn-based. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I mean, there's action RPG, there's real-time based RPGs, but it does have a neat, look, like color. It's very colorful, very bright, very, vibrant. But again, just not my style of game. I'm on the hot side of the hot takes with not a big Pokemon player, things like that. I like video games, but I don't like Pokemon. I guess, that is how it goes sometimes. But yeah, anyway, that's what this is for me. Is it's something out there for the RPG fans and the Square Enix fans. So don't get me wrong, I'm playing some Final Fantasy 7 or 16 right now, and it's real good. And I'm about to play some Final Fantasy 7 remake coming up not far long after. So I'm a fan. Just this one just does not hit me the way that it does a lot of other fans out there, which I get it. That is totally fair. Makes total sense. So I did not do a ton of homework on that one, as you could probably tell. So next I want to talk about one that does hit me a little bit more, and that is Avowed. So this is from Obsidian, and this is their next action RPG adventure. The gameplay director, Gabriel Paramo, he does, this is him right here on screen. He does a really great job of explaining the combat. Switching between melee and melee weaponry and spellcasting is kind of a big deal. You can get into sharpshooting as well, and you'll see a lot of that happening here on screen. But I like the fact that there's the build outs beforehand. You can load up a character, make a certain build, go in, play that certain build. I want to hear a little bit more about that, because it didn't say how often you could do that. I don't know if that's like every time you die, or if it's kind of like got roguelike elements to it, where you're going to die and then you're going to have to try a new way of getting through. That part I'm not a huge fan of, if that's the case. So I'm hoping that's not it. But so many games are making this roguelike like situation happen in a lot of games, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't turn me off totally, but it doesn't turn me on. Okay, so I don't want to like get in there and play immediately when I hear that. It definitely sways me a little. I mean, I haven't even played Valhalla yet for the God of War series, and I love God of War because I'm worried about what that's going to make me feel about the series, and I'm worried about what that could mean in the future. So that's just a little bit anyway. That's a side note on me and roguelike games. But this one does look fun. This one looks good. It gives me vibes of like Oblivion for some reason. I think that's probably partially the characters, how the models sort of look. They look good, but they don't look like majorly polished. The world looks really polished, as you can see here. I'm very happy with how the world looks. The NPCs, the more human-formed looking characters, they looked good. I mean, I think they're going for something in the realm of Baldur's Gate. I mean, that's how they kind of look to me. They hit like a visual of Baldur's Gate for me, maybe a touch better. Because I feel like this game doesn't have a lot going in the backside of things. We're seeing like some of the conversation points right now happening on screen, and you get to choose what your responses are. Now, they don't show us the responses, they just show us like the rebuttal. I don't know how that's going to play out. They do explain how it can affect your dialogue and potential battles you're going to get into, but how deep does that go? Does that go into story? So like if I have to fight someone and kill them, then that affects a story branch, a lot like what we were getting out of Baldur's Gate. They're dead forever, right? Their story path is gone. It doesn't intercede with yours or connect in any way. It's just gone. I would like it if it did that, because this does look more like a game I would play over Baldur's Gate, which I'm playing currently with my wife, and enjoying it, or getting a little further into that. So, I think the visuals look good. I don't think they're next gen level looking good. I know we're looking at it now, like the fabrics and things like that look pretty good. But the hair and stuff like that, just, I don't know, it's just not to that next gen level that I've been seeing in other games, and a couple other games we'll be talking about tonight, obviously. But the enemy designs, though, back to that at the beginning that I mentioned, they just seem a little dumbed down. There's a really cool bear creature that you do fight, that was pretty cool. You had like spikes on his back and like gross bubbly things and stuff there. And he was huge. So that was pretty cool. Very detailed on that one. The little lizardy looking things, they kind of look like the Yoshi thing from like the Mario movie. That's the first thing that came up. Like the bad Mario movie, Mario Brothers, the movie way back in the 80s. That movie is the one I'm referencing to. They look like the Goomba. Not the Goombas, but they were the Koopa Troopas or whatever. Those heads that look like dinosaur things. They just didn't look great to me. Now, all of this we're seeing right now, again, the environments look amazing. Like, they look fantastic. They're super colorful and bright, and then there's, like, the rich deserts and stuff as well, which sounds like an oxymoron, but that's just what I think they look like. Very detailed desert. I don't want to go visit that place sort of thing, location. But I'm excited to check this one out. I think I'm going to play this one. I really think the spells versus the melee combat versus the long-range combat all looked really cool, and it looked like it could be a lot of fun. And I'm excited to see, what Obsidian comes out with. I feel like this game has already done a better job than Oblivion or than Starfield did, because just the interactions with the characters and their, how they emoted and how they looked, felt a lot more alive. So I feel like they have figured that part out much better than what we've seen from Bethesda in the past with Starfield. So thank you for that, at least. So that's kind of my feel on Avowed. Like, I'm excited to see where it's going, what's going to happen from here. It's coming out in the fall, so it's going to be another one kind of close to some of their other games they mentioned with autumn, happening. But yeah, it says it's coming to fall launch window right now. So that's not terribly long. I mean, that's less than a year. So that's like half a year. I mean, when you think about it, let's not speed up too much, right? We need more time to play games. So that was Avowed. And we're going to move on to the next one here. We're speaking of visuals and how pretty games are. And man, this one here is got to be top notch. It's got to be one of the best looking games I have seen in many, many, many years. And that is Hellblade Senua's Saga 2, or Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. And I gotta pause on some of these here. I mean, like, the lighting is amazing. Like, absolutely, I mean, near flawless. It's hard pressed from a distance to tell if this is a video game. And just the way that the characters are captured, how real they look. You can see her reaction to, being upset, and just that just look, like she's hurting, like there's something going on. And that's not even the main character, that's a side character. And Senua, though, she looks absolutely real. The levels, the worlds all look so real. The lighting is beyond great. Everything hits in a level where it looks and feels real, and it doesn't go outside too much of that uncanny valley. That uncanny valley can get a little bit weird sometimes, where things look real, but almost too real, where they're not that good. And I'm worried. No, I'm not too worried. I guess more games are going to do it, but as long as this game's taken is where I was going with that. Like, I'm worried that games that look this good are going to take so much longer to make. But maybe with, better tools and stuff, we'll see what happens. But so it did get a release date. I guess I should have led with that. It finally, May 21st of 2024. I thought it might have been a March release, but they went with May. So not too much longer after I was hoping for. So that gives me a little bit more time to play the first one, finish it fully. I started it, never completed it, but I do plan on finishing it. But in this version of this game here, the sequel, she's not only out there, taking on everybody just by herself. She does have some companions with her that she's going to meet along the way. They did really, really push home that they really want this game to be authentic. It's going to be set in the 10th century of Iceland. And Ninja Theory says, like, they promised I mean, you can't break a promise. They want it to be as authentic to history as possible. It's going to have an improved combat system. That was designed to make the player feel like they were going to die in the first game. Like every battle felt like you were at your last breath before you would win. That has been, kept and like pushed even further. Obviously, I talked about the companions. That's going to be happening as well. And there's going to be a slight shift they talked about as well, from just the voices in her mind to including people around her. So that's kind of cool. Like, we're not only going to be listening to, crazy voices in our head, but we'll be able to like see other characters on screen, and like we saw, and just how amazing they look. And I can't wait to see the performances. They look amazing. Looks like this game is done with a ton of passion, and I'm super excited to play it. Audio design is still going to include everything that it had in the past, but they're also going to send in spatial audio technology this time. And it's that's exciting. And I don't know what you can use for spatial audio on Xbox, to be honest with you. I don't have that sort of technology here, but I'm curious to see what people think about that. And then there is a partnership with a Scandinavian folk band called Heilung. They performed a song at the Game Awards. They did announce an official partnership with them. So that'd be kind of cool to see what we get from them. Maybe we get like a whole soundtrack of nothing but this folk band playing awesome music for us. So that would be really exciting to check out in the near future, because May is not too far away. I'm excited to check it out. All right, guys. If you watched the last episode of news, the one I was excited for, the one I'm saving for last, was it good? Was it bad? What do we have here is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Is it good? Is it bad? How do I feel about it? I feel very good about it. Okay. They've got the likeness of Indy. It's Harrison Ford. There he is right there. I mean, they nailed the feel of the character. They went first person, which I did not see coming. That was extremely out of left field for me. And man, this looks like what I want from an Indiana Jones game. Like, they did the thing. They did the damn thing, like this just makes me feel like so many of those other games that we've been playing. RoboCop is the one that comes to mind for me, okay? I'm kind of the big dork for RoboCop, okay, here on the channel. But it's so true to form. Like, who is making this game loves the series. They love the character. They want to see more of the character doing the things the character does in the movies. And I think after the last movie came out, okay, the Dial Dial of Destiny, right? That movie did not hit the mark. And the beginning of that movie was awesome. And the beginning of that movie looks like this game. So it's a little bit thrown back, and that really makes me go, let's stop making movies of Indiana Jones. Let's make games. Let's make games and fill the void for people like me, and hopefully make new fans for even more people, by games. Yep. Put a game out like this. Let us play it. Let us enjoy it. Let us see a cool story. And I'm excited. I'm pumped. I think it looks awesome. It's coming out this year. They didn't give us a date, so I'm expecting next year. That's just how that goes. But it looks like a ton of fun. I should note, I found out just before sitting down to record here that the voice is a sound-alike, clearly. It did not hit perfectly for me. I could definitely tell it was a sound-alike. However, that voice is none other than Troy Baker. I did not think this was Troy Baker. So, based on it being Troy Baker, huge props, because you did a great job mimicking Harrison Ford. It's not perfect. Hopefully we get more of these, or hopefully this, is just a little bit of what has been recorded and he'll improve more of this. But it is really good. It is very close. And I'm trying to put it in words, but I love that Troy Baker's attached, not because of his name, but because of his care that goes into doing these characters, making them emotional, making them actually feel real, feel tangible. Okay. He did Joel, by the way. If you guys are not familiar, Last of Us, Joel in the PlayStation games, that is Joel, or that is Troy Baker. And the first Last of Us game is one of my favorite PlayStation games. Well, we won't talk about the second one, but that's just perfect for me to see him doing this. Again, the voice is not dead on, but it is really, really good. I'm not going to complain about it. They've got someone who cares to, do a great job and can actually act and not just mimic a voice. Give it to me all day long. I'll take it. I'll take it. So this game takes place between Raiders of the Lost Ark, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and the Last Crusade. Got my words screwed up there, and it looks on point. Like, I'm super excited. Can't wait to play it. I think the first person being what it is, and them switching from what everybody thought was going to be a third person, which you can tell there's a little bit of a mix when he swung on the rope there, or the whip. It was third person, but I think that was the game changer. I think that really did change the thoughts that a lot of people had going into this game. You're not going to see Indy on screen as you're playing, like you did Nathan Drake, like you did Tomb Raider. So it's going to be something that is Indy. It feels like Indy. He's doing puzzles. You saw that with some of the wheels and stuff he was putting in, the cogs. So I feel like this really does feel like it's a grounded Indiana Jones story. It's nothing outstanding, crazy, fantastical, over-the-top stuff, at least from what we can tell so far. This looks like it's going to be one of those, hey, I got a cool story to tell. Indy can get involved. He's going to have fist fights. He's going to get caught. He's going to need to be saved. All this kind of stuff. The punch noises are there. It just feels like Indiana Jones. Like, you don't see him firing guns all the time. You see him using the whip. You see him solving puzzles, and you see him trying to save archaeology. That's what he is. He's an archaeologist. He's a man of, the history. And I can't wait for it. So skip the movies, make more games. I hope we get plenty more of these. I hope this one's a home run. It really does look like it is. It's just an iconic character that, honestly, one of my favorite things about these kinds of things coming back or being, revitalized, however you want to put it, are not just for me. Like, I love these. I'm a huge, huge fan of this character. He's an icon as far as I'm concerned. But it's not just that. It's the younger audience, the kids, the people who aren't familiar with this character, who just play video games and never watch the movies, are now going to get something that's going to make them want to watch the movie, or make them like support the game and want more of them and have such a good time with them. That is super exciting to me. That I love. This is the kind of stuff that I think we need more of in gaming, is, icons just being focused on and brought back. It's amazing. It's super cool. They're just putting the love and the care into it that I think they should, and I'm excited for it. I'm pumped. Yes, it's good. I think this looks good. I think it looks better than good. I think it looks fantastic. I cannot wait to see where they go with it. I'm hoping it's a 30-ish hour game, kind of like a God of War would be. And I hope it has a lot of cool puzzles. They're stated that the puzzles can be passed. You don't even have to do them, which is another cool thing that adds accessibility for people. But if you do them, you can gain more story and lore and things that are happening, in the background that you may miss. If you don't, that's super cool. There's another character we just saw on screen here as a female character who is listed as a protagonist, from what I read. So there's some rumors that maybe you play as her at some point, kind of doing like a Mary Jane from Spider-Man sort of situation. I'm okay with that. Because how many times does Indy get stuck in a sticky situation, and one of his friends has to come and get him, right? He's getting stuck in just pyramids of snake or something like that. You know, there's got to be something about snakes in this game too, which I'm surprised they didn't make a joke in this now that I think about it. But yeah, you know, there's always somebody that's got to kind of help out the hero too. And what a game. Like, it just looks super great. You know, it was flashing forward and skipping low, you know, spots. So we didn't see a ton of gameplay, but we got to see gameplay. They showed us gameplay. And it looks like it's been in development for a while. So I feel confident about it. I'm not gonna be upset with this game, I don't think. Machine Games has people who left the Pitch Black series. It's Vin Diesel. And why am I spacing it right now? But it was oh my gosh, guys, I'm spacing it. But anyway, you can kill me and roast me in the comments on that one later. But from, you know, the Pitch Black series, Riddick, hey, it came to me. So the Riddick series from the original Xbox and 360 days, a lot of the people making this, at Machine Games, made that game as well, which is also another movie into a game. FPS has similar gameplay, you know, similar like stealthy kind of gameplay, some, you know, fighting stuff, just melee only, and I'm excited, guys. I'm really excited. Like, I gotta stay excited for stuff every once in a while. I don't get a ton of this, so this year I feel like this is going to be probably a closer to Christmas kind of game. I still hold to it. This is a 2025 title. This gets delayed. I feel like this gets delayed. Overall, though, let's wrap it up real quick. I got a couple minutes here. I'm trying to keep it under 30 minutes for you guys. The Direct was good. It really hit home with Hellblade and Indy for me. Avowed was a little bit more of a surprise for me. I didn't think I would enjoy that one based on the other games they have made in the past. I just didn't think it was going to click. But this is a different style of game. It looks very good. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. So we'll see. It has its qualms with, you know, I have my qualms with it, but nothing crazy. And, you know, the other two, they're there for other fans that Xbox honestly needs. You know, they need the RTS people picking up a PC game, picking up Game Pass on PC, that kind of stuff, you know. And then, you know, the Visions of Mana, you know, another RPG like that for Xbox to, you know, share along with PlayStation. Why not? Why not? So that's my thoughts on the Direct. I'll probably go into a little bit more depth, but if you guys want to listen to our podcast on Saturday again, one more time, I'm going to plug it. Saturday, January 20th. Tune in. Be sure you follow right now. If you're on YouTube or Twitch, follow so you get our notifications. And if you're watching this, remember it's youtube.com/loudthumbs and it's twitch.tv/loudthumbs to find us. You can follow us on both of those. That would be amazing. And join us in the chat. Let us know what you think about it as far as everything goes, because we're going to have plenty to talk about. And I'm sure we'll be talking about what we've been playing on top of everything else. So that is it for me on this one. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully. Everything goes well. You'll see me again. Otherwise, you see you on Saturday. Comments below. What'd you think of the Direct? Let me know. It was a big deal, right? I mean, Xbox 2024. 5 games, they all look like they're a banger in one way or another, right? It's not a bad thing coming. It's pretty early. We're only 1 month in, guys. So, pretty exciting. Can't wait to talk to you guys about it down in the comments. Get that conversation going. Let me know what your top game was and why. And are you as excited about Indiana Jones as me? So, that's it. That's all for now. No more news. I'll see you guys on the next one. Catch you later.